Hi everyone, my name is Yin He. Thanks for being interested with my presentation. Today I will be talking about challenges of Chinese English teacher teaching in primary school in China. At this global economic century, English is the most common spoken language in the world, and it is becoming more and more important to learn in China. This trend raises two most important changes from Chinese education policy. The first one is educational reform, which is transfer of examination-oriented education, which focuses mainly on translation and grammar into quality-oriented education, which emphasizes English competence related to speaking and listening. The second change is the need of English teacher continuously increasing in last 11 years. As there are more and more Chinese English teachers needed in primary school, there are more challenges to be faced. The first challenge for Chinese English teacher is Chinese educational system, which stem from Chinese educational reform. Many resources argue that educational reform brings positive impact to English teaching in China, since the examination-oriented education have been shifted into English competence-focused one, which means both teacher and student have been liberated from examinational system. Unfortunately, exam system still exists in Chinese English education, and it is still maintaining the traditional way, which is the one emphasis on translation and grammar. This raises a large challenge to English teachers since they need to meet quality educational requirements and also help students to get higher score from their exam. The higher score is a standard for Chinese parents and also the school. The second main challenge are teachers' knowledge. Most of teachers report that they don't have enough confidence about their English knowledge in terms of conversational skill to build a healthy foundation for primary school students. Some people argue that primary English teachers, they already meet the requirement of their professional. Since before they attend primary school classroom, they must pass the training of Standard for Chinese of English in primary school, STEP for short, which will help to improve teacher professional skill. I take point of this. Although the purpose of training is to develop teachers' teaching skill, but the content of STEP is too vague to useful in classroom. Since it is focused on detail of Chinese should be covered in class and the way to assess student, which lack of relevant to real teaching context. The third challenge arises from classroom level constraints, which affect teachers' teaching approach. It has been argued that classroom activity helps students improve their language competence because it can be seen as live practice in which both teacher and students engage and bring in their authentic and living experience. I agree with this point. However, this argument is not useful for Chinese English teachers due to the large class size and limited number of instructional classroom hours. In China, the number of students in each class in primary school normally up to 40 to 60. In this condition, it's very hard for teachers to introduce interactive activity and ensure everybody perspectives. Nevermore, limited number of instructional hours also stem challenges for teachers. There are more and more subjects for Chinese in primary schools. Learning English can be limited to about 4 hours per week in class. First, the arm of curriculum and examination could be unified into English communication focused one. Second, the training should be focused on teachers' professional development in a critical way. Lastly, it is better to limit the classroom size in order to ensure every student have enough opportunity to perspective classroom activities. To conclude my speech, that English education is very critical in China, and it is becoming more and more in demand in primary schools. This also leads to many challenges to Chinese English teachers in China. And these are the challenges that Chinese English teachers are facing in China right now. These challenges need to be met in order to build a healthy English foundation for primary school students in China. Hope my research and my presentation will be helpful for your future study and future career. Thank you.